Alright, so guys, so I promised y'all a video on OG Fortnite and a little YouTube short that I made that if by the time you're watching this is already deleted. But we got bigger fish to fry because as I was logging on to Fortnite to make some B-roll for the video, I noticed that in the announcements or whatever you want to call it, they got the teaser for Chapter 6 Season 2 of Fortnite. And I feel like this is a little bit better than a mini documentary on OG Fortnite. So I'm just going to talk about that today. Now, before I get started, make sure you like and subscribe so we can hit our goal of 800 sub-roos. All right. So starting things off here, right? Chapter 6, Season 2, second season of the current Fortnite chapter, unsurprisingly. Now, the Fortnite chapter started off with a little bit of a Japanese theme, all right? Not a little bit of one. It was like the entire map was straight out of Japan. And now we're moving on to another season. And the thing that I find a little bit strange is that it's going to be a crime city. There's going to be a big city, right? And I'm thinking sort of like Tilted Towers. Remember Gotham City? We actually had that on the map a little bit. That's what this reminds me of. And I feel like they're going to do a good job at this because we're going to get a huge POI somewhere on the map. And I don't know exactly where this is. Whether it's that Seaport City, I don't know. Probably not. Because that's a pretty solid POI. I don't think they need to change that. But if they built like something where those other like current Japanese buildings are, like if they just like did that, I think that'd be cool because the new theme doesn't seem to be Japanese themed anymore. So I'm thinking it doesn't really make sense to have a bunch of Japanese themed POIs around. Now, I know the whole map is basically Japan, but like just take out one of those like Shogun castles or whatever and call it a day. Or better yet, just make a POI on the multiple areas of blank space on the map. I don't know what big games, it's your choice. But moving on, right? We see Midas is actually in the teaser image, because if you look at it closely, you'll see that is Midas, in fact, and he looks a little different. His hair is a little bit grown out. Yeah, that's a tattoo on his neck. He looks like Midas. You do not tell me this is not Midas, because it looks exactly like him. All right, that is definitely Midas or some version of him, and you cannot tell me otherwise. And this probably means that not only is he here, but the entire crew, because remember the last time that we saw Midas was actually a year ago. I think just under a year ago. Remember Chapter 5 Season 2 with the myths and the mortals and the Greek gods and all that crap, right? Midas, turns out this whole time he was locked in the underworld prison after getting eaten by a shark in 2020, right? All those years, right? 4 years of being eaten by a shark. He was in the underworld, right? He broke out. He turned into a ghoul or something, and then him and his entire crew just got in the yacht, right? The yacht kind of pulled up. All right, he got in, and then he kind of just hung out there for a little bit, and then he left. And I think I know where he left. He probably went to a crime city to establish himself as the like de facto guy. Because as you know, Midas likes to power trip. He likes to be at the center of the action. And while Midas is definitely powerful, I don't feel like he was really in the mood to make a device to somehow get rid of all these Greek gods and goddesses, right? Because he knew that this weird crap was going on this island, right? We had the Pandora's box, right? The Pandora's box was on the island, not the 0 point, or maybe the 0 point was there, but we don't know. And because we didn't know, he probably didn't know if it was there either. But he was probably pretty sure that the 0 point was not, in fact, there. And instead, Pandora's box was the main power source on this new island. And I don't think that Pandora's box and the device are going to be compatible, because remember what powered the device and the collider, which was used by the IO, but that's kind of unrelated. But the point is, right, the 0 point is really good at powering these devices, right? It powered Neil Tilted. It powered the mech in the mech versus monster event all those years ago. Still remember to this day, awesome event, right? And the thing is, Pandora's box was kind of used as a different form of power, right? With like Dr. Doom, he utilized that box in like a different way with like souls and things like that. So I don't think they're cross compatible is what I'm trying to say. So I feel like Midas was like, yeah, we're just gonna steer clear here because he realized he really couldn't do very much. He didn't really have anything to work with. Now the reason why Midas is probably making his way over to the map and setting up a city and causing all this crime and carnage is to once again have a little ploy where he sets up all these little factions, right? They go at it, all the theatrics, right? Ghost and Shadow were both started by him, and actually maybe not started by him, but he was kind of just fooling around with these guys. He really had bigger plans with the 0 point and all that, and the device that was really nothing to do with either of the factions. But the point is, right, he's gonna set this all up, and he's going to use that shard of the 0 point, which is actually on the map. If you guys don't remember, there is a shard of the 0 point located somewhere on the map. Now, we don't know exactly where it is, but we do know that it's where all these demons and goofy goobers spawned from that took over the map, and that's why we have that big Shogun X guy in the sky, right? And all those other weird demon people and all those black hole items and fire masks. All that came from the 0 point shard, which fell into this reality, right? Remember, we're not on reality 0 anymore. We are on a different plane of existence. The 0 point is gone. The 0 point was destroyed a couple years ago in the, what was last year? Last year in the end event, right? The end event part 2, like the Big Bang. The Big Bang had actually exploded. And remember what the Big Bang was in real life? It was where infinitely small singularity, right, exploded and created the universe. Now, that is kind of the same thing that happened. The 0 point blew up, right? The 0 point blew up and it expanded everywhere. And the 0 point wasn't there. But now that a 0 point fragment has made its way to this reality, Midas was probably just hanging around somewhere in the Omniverse. And he probably noticed that. So he came over to this island in an attempt to get it and use it to create another device and do his shenanigans again, because Midas, he loves his shenanigans with 0 point stuff. And that's what's going on in this season. That's what I feel like is about to happen. I could be wrong. This video could age horribly, or it could age like fine wine. We don't know. But if you enjoyed this video, or if you got anything out of this, or even if you didn't, make sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to hit those 800 subs, and every single sub counts, please. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.